Eating is a favorite part of every Filipino family's life. Every day, they spend time together on the table, sharing stories while enjoying their favorite food. And one of those favorites is a staple on their table: bread. Soft, fragrant, flavorful. Bread that's enjoyed by the whole family. One bread has been part of their table since 1998. A bread that has been synonymous to world-class quality and goodness that's masarap kahit walang palaman. Gardenia bread.
Gardenia bread has been part of the many stories of Filipino families. Whether it's everyday breakfast or merienda, or a special occasion, Gardenia is always part of their celebration.
It's a colorful and delicious story that started many years ago and continues to be written until today. A story of plant, process, products, and people that create quality for the Filipinos.
So join us as we share with you the Gardenia story. Gardenia's story in the Philippines began in 1998. Born from the company's mission to make world-class quality bread more accessible and affordable, the company set up its first plant here in Laguna.
The company's first plant changed the game in the bread-making industry as Gardenia started using the most advanced bread-making facility in the Philippines. Here, bread is made in an automated process, not by hands, improving quality and taste, enjoyed by the whole family. As more and more Filipino families tried and tasted Gardenia bread, they were able to experience firsthand the world-class quality products. This led to a continuous increase in demand for Gardenia products, not just in Metro Manila, but also in different parts of the Philippines.
The company had to constantly expand its production capabilities to meet this growing demand.
A distribution system unique to Gardenia was developed, delivering bread fresh daily to more parts in the Philippines. New plants were also opened to meet increasing demands of consumers. This included the company's first plant in Cebu, which was built and made operational to meet the needs of the Visayas Mindanao market. Wherever Gardenia set up its bread-making facilities, one thing was consistent. These plants were the best in the Philippines and adhered to the technological innovations that the brand has been known for.
Just how technologically advanced and world-class are Gardenia manufacturing plants? The best way to find out is to experience it for yourself. We're here inside the company's newest bread-making facility in Laguna. Here, Gardenia brings together some of the best technologies from all over the world to bring you the best quality bread.
Let's go inside and see how it's made.
World-class quality bread starts with world-class quality ingredients. And making your favorite Gardenia bread starts by using only the best and finest ingredients from all over the world. In the ingredient preparation process, the major ingredients, including flour, sugar, milk, and whey powder, are placed in the factory's computer-controlled ingredient handling top-of-the-line facilities. These are placed in gigantic silos and day bins prior to its release to the sponge and dough mixers.
This is the base dough, also known as the sponge. Sponge mixing is the initial process of bread making wherein half of the ingredients are mixed in the giant horizontal sponge mixer.
After mixing, the sponge is transferred onto rectangular troughs. These are fermented for several hours in a cold room to enhance the aroma, flavor, and texture of the bread. From the fermentation room, the sponge is poured onto the dough mixer. The remaining half of the flour and other ingredients are then added to form the dough. These are then poured into the dough trough, ready for transfer to the makeup line.
We're now here at the makeup line, which is composed of 4 major computer-controlled operations: dividing, rounding, intermediate proofing, and molding.
First, dividing. The dough is transferred via the trough elevators to the divider. Here, the dough is cut into the required size and weight of a loaf. This results in accurately scaled and consistent dough pieces. Second, rounding. The dough piece is rounded into a ball with a smooth surface. This is done on a conical equipment called the rounder. Then, the dough piece passes through the check weigher to ensure the correct weight of every loaf. And third, intermediate proofing. Here, the weighed dough pieces are transferred to individual baskets in the intermediate proofer. This allows the dough to rest, so it will go through the molding sheeting rollers without tearing. Lastly, molding. Dough pieces are flattened, rolled into a cylindrical shape, sealed, and cut into its final form. After this process, the dough will be twisted and placed in the baking pans. Molder 1 fills the right side of the baking pan set, while Molder 2 fills the left side.
The baking pans containing the molded dough are now moved to a temperature and humidity-controlled large proof box for final proofing. That's the tallest white structure with 2 viewing windows.
Now what happens inside this proof box? The baking pans travel through a multi-level swing tray, allowing the dough to rise inside the pan.
After final proofing, the baking pans are automatically covered with a lid using a robot. Meanwhile, empty baking pans go through a tornado pan cleaner to clear dough residue, then passes through pan greasing station where they're sprayed automatically with a highly specialized baking oil.
Now we're about to bake our delicious Gardenia bread. We're here at the oven area where this is done.
Baking is done in the oven with indirect firing system, which is heated by environment-friendly liquefied petroleum gas. The programmable computer ensures that heat is well distributed in the 30-meter-long tunnel oven with a series of 5 oven chambers with varying temperatures. This results in consistent baking in all loaves. After baking, the metal lids are automatically removed and stored for cooling in a lid stacker area. Now, the bread is loosened from each pan by airburst, blown on the edges between the bread and the pan. The bread is then taken out of the baking pans using gentle suctions that automatically lift the bread out of the pan into a conveyor, untouched by human hands. Meanwhile, the hot baking pans pass through pan coolers, then are placed in the pan storage area.
This is one of the most popular parts of the bread making process, the spiral coolers. It's actually a favorite among kids and adults who visit the plant. Pretty impressive, isn't it?
The freshly baked hot breads are conveyed upwards in the first cooling tower, then cross a bridge at the top and conveyed downwards on the second tower. This process allows the bread to cool down to the desired temperature before slicing and bagging. Each loaf passes through the tumbling station, where all 4 sides of the loaf are checked. Here, highly trained checkers perform the final quality visual inspection per loaf. This ensures that only breads that meet Gardenia's high-quality standards are sliced and packed. Now, the loaves are fed into a high-speed band slicer, where these are automatically cut to the desired thickness. The breads are then pushed inside bags automatically by a state-of-the-art bagger untouched by hand. Finally, to seal in freshness, Gardenia uses color-coded G-locks imprinted with a batch and traceability number, price, and expiry date.
This is the G-lock. Its color tells you the day when the bread is baked for. It's Gardenia's way of ensuring that you only get the freshest bread every day.
After packaging, every Gardenia loaf passes through a metal detector to ensure that there are no metal contaminants before the loaves are placed in clean trays.
Now, Gardenia breads are ready for dispatch. This very spacious bread dispatch staging area is where packed loaves are consolidated. These are then loaded in the bread trucks for delivery.
Freshly baked Gardenia breads are delivered to the stores near you, ready to be brought home for your family to enjoy. And that's the story of how Gardenia bread goes from this high-tech facility to your table.
Gardenia's continual innovation allows it to constantly develop more types of breads that meet consumer needs.
For every taste, for each member of the family, there's a Gardenia bread suited for everyone. Products in its formulation are consistently being checked to make sure each one fits the taste buds and preferences of the Filipinos. Aside from our classic white, other products were made to suit each taste. For the health-conscious individuals, Gardenia has a wheat bread line. You can choose from high-fiber wheat, wheat raisin, and wheat cranberry. Flavored breads are appreciated by adventurous palate. This includes Amazing Loaf, Double Delights line, and the classic favorites. For those craving for the classic Pinoy favorite, Gardenia offers a pandesal line that's fuller, tastier, with softness that lasts longer. Kids and young ones enjoy flavored buns and snacks. That's because of the soft, moist bread and flavorful fillings. Gardenia breads are also enriched and fortified with vitamins and minerals, have zero trans fat, and are cholesterol and bromate free. With products that are healthy and delicious, Gardenia also advocates the benefits of good nutrition through consumer-related programs and activation, which aims to educate the common public of healthy eating and overall lifestyle. Gardenia has always prided itself with delivering world-class quality breads. Earning 2 independent international awards serves as proof of this commitment. The ISO certification is proof that Gardenia meets the highest quality standards set by the organization in the company's management and procedures. From ingredients used to overall manufacturing process until distribution and delivery to the supermarkets and other retail stores. HACCP certification attests that Gardenia's plant, process, and products meet food safety standards.
This is the story of Gardenia bread, a story that we're glad to write, and we're glad that you are a part of.
A story of a company's promise to give only the best to consumers through continuous enhancement and innovation. A commitment to provide more breads of the highest quality to delight Filipino consumers.
Gardenia Philippines, committed to serving, using, and delivering no less than world-class quality products to every Filipino's home. The company who made it their mission to provide the best that consumers like you deserve.